My name is Dr. Dale Hubbard with Perfection Bird Dog Training. Today we have Wesley here. He has two English pointers, 10 months old. And when he first got them, had been harshly treated with e-collar, and were very timid and was concerned about whether it would be able to rehabilitate them and make a bird dog out of them. Through the use of positive reinforcement, caring and loving, Wesley's done a wonderful job of applying a clicker system, a clicker methodology, and a food-based reward system that has rehabilitated them very nicely. But today is the next step in terms of helping them to learn to be steady to wing and shot. So we're going to start with a placement board, and then we're going to move to a placement barrel, put a pigeon out for them, reward them for the correct behaviors. We're going to use the half hitch to restrain them, to keep them from carrying out a chase, and so they'll receive positive reinforcement for doing the correct behaviors and then not being allowed to catch the pigeon or chase or whatnot. So it'll be the beginning stages of learning to steady, wing, and shot. Oh Lord, they can't stand there well. You'd be surprised at how agile. If you look at the Olympics, you know, women in the Olympics competition, they learn to walk on a balance beam. You know, how is that? Well, they can do the same thing. But also it limits their movement. You know, in a real small area. Alright, so I'm going to a higher rate of reinforcement because all four are on there. I want to really feel good, make the association about that. Because there's less chance of them moving off a placement board. Good boy, yeah. Can't believe it takes you so long to eat that weenie. Good boy, good boy, yeah. So what I want to do is just get him feeling good about being on the barrel. We'd spend about a week or so on the placement board, at least till we see really purposeful behavior. And the barrel is simply a higher dimension off the ground than the placement board, and it makes it more difficult to come off. So the next step here in a little bit will be to put a pigeon out in front of him. But we want to have a real good association with the barrel before we do that. Back up a little bit, create a little distance. What I'm doing is teaching him to stay on the barrel. It's just a tad bit unsteady, which causes him to. Let's bring him back up there. One more go. It's a lot to pick up, isn't it?
Yeah, he's heavy. He's no older than he is.
Boy. Back up there. See if he'll take a weenie from you. He'll take it from Daddy. Oh, it can't be that hard to eat. Alright, what we're going to do is create a little bit of distance from him to get him staying up there, and so he's learning to stay on the barrel even with a little distance. And this will help with down the road of him being on point and moving out in front of him. Okay, let's put him back up there. So we want him to have a positive association with this barrel. Put him back up there.
make it to me. I think it hurt your feelings, didn't it?
It did. Just let him stand there. Boy, good boy. We'll go ahead and tell him good boy, even though he won't take a treat.
So you put your hands on him too while you're doing that, or pet him?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just since eventually we're going to use a tap on the back of the head as a command to release, we're just going to stroke him on his body.
Right,
Because
not-
the only
not
time,
the head.
only time we touch that head is to teach him to release.
Yeah.
Like mine,
Yeah.
Like, so we give the command with a tap on the head. That's like a double reassurance that that you want him to do the right thing. And all right, let's try him again. Go ahead and put it in his mouth. Just put it between his cheek and his jaw. Look at that boy. Look at that boy. You do it like a dip of snuff, put it between the cheek and the gum, and they put it in there. Just put it between his cheek and his gum, because even though that you're kind of forcing that, it's still releasing the dopamine in the brain. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Now, this is something that you can't observe, but we just know from our research studies that this is releasing, the good feelings in his body, the dopamine. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good between his cheek and his gum. Good boy. Yeah. Let's create a little distance now. Back up there. Good boy. Now you see how we've advanced his feeling good about staying up here. We repositioned him when he got off and put him back up here so he understands. He didn't get rewarded from being down here, but he's getting rewarded for being on that barrel. So he's making a positive association with that barrel. Next will come after he makes this staying in place more firm. We're going to add a command like whoa, and then give him a
So
treat.
this is where they learn the whoa part at.
Right. Now, also too, this is an expedited exercise where, once again, you would probably take several days to do this. So we're going to say, whoa, click, treat. So put it between chicken and gun. We're going to expedite this again, but we're going to add a hand signal to it. So we're going to say, whoa, 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 now we're going to start creating a little distance now. Whoa. Create one more distance. Whoa. Put him back up there.
Come on, little girl.
Whoa. This one is chicken again. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, Linda, cut it off. Of him. And we've done a little training with the being on the placement board, so you'll feel good about that. He's already over the top interested in birds, and using a couple of principles here. We reward him as long as he stays on the barrel with the pigeon in front of him, so we're teaching him steady on point. So start teaching that real steadiness on point, keep him from creeping. Now, there's a half hitch on him that will restrain him if he comes off the barrel, and just go ahead and anticipate that that's going to happen. Now, when that happens, the check cord will tighten up around his belly and keep him from getting to the bird. So we'll start teaching him that if he moves forward, he still doesn't get the reward of getting the bird. And then the other part, as long as he stays on the barrel in front of the pigeon, then he will get one, reinforcement from the standpoint of being able to smell the bird, and then also he'll get a food-based reward system for staying steady. And so it'll be probably back and forth here, and he'll get reinforcement for staying on point, and this will transfer to the field when he's on point in the field, that he knows to stay steady on the bird. So I'm going to put a pigeon out. Click and retrieve it. Finish seeking job. Focus on that bird. I see that's what was supposed to happen there. That the half hitch kept him from obtaining what he wanted to do, and that's to get the bird. Well, that's not what he's supposed to do.
So you treat him when he gets back up there?
No. Let's wait till he's doing the right thing. Now, he's not wanting to necessarily take that treat because he's so interested in that bird, but I'm going to put the treat between his cheek and the gum, because we know from the research that when that food goes in the mouth, it releases the dopamine into the pleasure center of the brain, and while you can't see it, what's occurring inside is that it gives him a good feeling because he's staying steady on the barrel in front of the bird. And once again, this will transfer to the field. Now, if he comes off the barrel, which actually I hope that he does, it will show him that he can't get to it, and this half hitch will tighten up And so it'll be learned that, well, it doesn't do me any good to try to get the bird. And so while he's up here, so he's still getting the aroma of the bird, which is reinforcing. And then also he's getting the food-based reward system for doing that. And we're clicking him, notifying him that that's the behavior that we want. And while he doesn't necessarily want it, I'm going to put it between his cheek and his gum. And once again, that's still going to release the dopamine into the pleasure center of the brain. So, see, he's starting to understand that to stay steady in front of the bird there. And actually, he's doing quite good. Listen, I believe this is the first time we've done this. Is that right?
It's the first time.
Yeah. So, so I'm pretty pleased with that. See, he's looking stylish, and while he's on the barrel, you can style that tail up. While that's not the main purpose, see, he checked himself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reward him for that. He started to go get it, but he said, nah, he knows he can't do it. So I'm going to reward him for that. I'm going to walk over here and you click and retrieve him. So I'm going to walk over here. Once again, this is expedited exercise, and this is something that I would take a week or so, or ever how long to really get him good and steady. And this is part of the steadying process on the bird that gets that ultra-statue-like point when they go on the field on point on the bird. So once again, we're going to notify him that he's doing the correct behavior with the clicker, and then he's going to get a reward for that. And then I'm going to walk over near the bird, as you would. It looked like that you're going to flush the bird, and he's still standing steady. So he's learning all this as we go along. So through classical conditioning principles, he's learning to. He is learning to make these associations, and what I'm going to do is just let him see how long he stands there, and hopefully he will jump off that and try to get the bird, so he will get a correction, and he can compare the difference that it's better to stay on the barrel like this, and the correction will come and let him know that he can't do that, and so he'll learn to stay steady on point. And he's doing quite good. There we go. All right, so that's what I wanted to happen. So he can see that he cannot get to the bird. And the half hitch, didn't hurt him. It just restrained his chase and let him know that he can't get him. So let's put him back up there. Now the next time that he jumps off, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a negative punisher in which you take something away. So when he jumps off again, I'm going to release the bird. So is what this is going to be teaching him is that if he moves forward, the bird goes away. As long as he's up here, he still sees a bird. That's reinforcing to him. And so we're adding additional principles here. That I'm going to release this bird when he comes back off again. And so he first jumped off and he saw that, oh, I can't get to it because the half hitch restrained him. And it served as the next thing will be a negative punisher that the bird will go away when he comes off. And he'll see that my movement forward made that bird go away. We're just gonna wait. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and click him for staying in place and notify him that he's doing the correct behavior. Put it between his cheek and his gum if you want to take it. Because you see, once again, you're still getting that. Wesley, you can see that he's holding point pretty good.
It is. Yep.
I mean, I haven't seen them in, what, 4 or 5 months, but since they were a puppy, but what would you say you see different here?
Oh, way different. That's way different.
Different in what way?
Well, he's holding point longer, seems like each time. And I think that's the goal we want.
Right, yeah. The goal is that. But you being the owner, you knowing him, and like I said, I haven't seen him since he was a small puppy. But you can see that he's learning from this experience. And I'm hoping that he'll come off of it so I can release the bird.
You just don't want that weenie down, do you? Hey, stop it.
I don't believe he's gonna take it, so we will.
That's as long as he's held point.
All right, we're gonna tease him a little bit. We got him so steady on the barrel here that you don't want to move. So, but that's a good thing. So I'm just gonna tease him a little bit, and since he won't come off of it, and this is just for training exercise. That once he comes off of it, I'm gonna throw the pigeon, so he understands that if he moves toward it, the pigeon is gonna go away. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Boy. Wesley, you're not gonna move. That's a good thing. This is good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That one time getting off the barrel with that half hitch, let him know that he can't get to it.
Yep.
So you extend this out in the field, and you got a good steady bird in the field. Good boy. Whistler, I'd be pleased with that.
I am. I'm real pleased with that. Even tasing him with it, he don't want to.
I know. He's a good boy. You learn quick. He's a good boy. Okay, since he's not going to move, what we're going to do is I'm going to make the bird go away, and just to stand between him, and I'm going to put the bird in my pouch, and since he won't allow me to carry through with the exercise because he's become so steady on the point, which is a good thing. I wanted him to move so I could release the bird, but what we'll go to next year is a launcher, and we'll see, we'll show you how to make that steadiness go through with him moving forward. Okay, so we're going to click him and treat him. For doing that, I'm going to make the bird go away. I'm just going to stand in front. All right, cut it off, Linda.